All right, we're good.
All right. Hey, Cam Fam. Welcome to another installment of EverMore with EverLore. I just want to give a quick shout out to Nicholas Cardarelli. We just did a giveaway of some of our core books with him, and so that was really cool to do that. Congrats to all the winners that got that as well. Thank you for the participation, and be on the lookout for more things like that. Before we get started on the recaps, I have a surprise for Wahuru. I personally decided that anyone who watched the giveaway would get a 1d10 roll opportunity for EP.
Whoa!
I did, and I also decided that you would get a +1 for each friend of yours that isn't in the Wahuru group that joined. So Anthony and Davey and Caleb, your mom joined, so you guys have a +1 automatically. Mike Gia joined, so you have a +1.
Well, also
and wait, what's up?
And Nisha joined also.
There you go. So that's +2. Okay, and then how do we want to do this? Do you guys want me to roll for you and you guys roll for me and Matatopa, or what?
Yeah. I can just show you my roll if I just tilt the screen.
Okay.
So you said a D10 +1.
Well, you get a D10 +1, yeah.
Okay. So here it is. See it?
Ooh.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, 8.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Vandra,
right.
I need you to roll for me, man.
Okay. I have 4 D10 right now, so I'll just roll all of them. Oh, wow. They're all roughly around the same. So you got an 8 as well.
Dang. So plus my 2 is a 10?
Yep. So you got the 10. Does anyone else want one of the rolls I got?
I'll take one.
You can opt out or not. Okay, so that's a 7.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay. Now you guys can roll yourself or get someone else.
I rolled. I don't know if you can. Hold on. Let me put this down.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
Is that
okay? That's funny. Okay, and then Kaliff, do you want me to roll for you? Or
I wasn't able to watch the stream, remember? I was at work.
Well, you know what? In honor of that, how about you roll for me then? I'll let you roll for me. I won't even roll for myself.
All right, sounds good. I got a 3.
And you know what? Kaliff, since you're such an honorable son, I will give you 3 of my EP if that's all right with the LM.
Well, no, you won't have to do that because he will get the 3.
Oh, wait, what? Oh!
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Nice.
All right. Thank you so much, Lore Master. I'm really happy about that.
Nice.
Hey, man, I tried. You ain't give me no thanks. No love.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
That was very cool of you, Dave. I'm grateful that you were about to literally give me your EP. That's so comfortable.
So now we have 2 things happening, Cam Fam. Now that we're all excited, we have one more thing to happen before the recap. I have just reached 500 EP.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna choose 3 people to roll for me.
Yep.
500.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let Caleb. I'll let you do a D6. Matatopa, I'll let you do a D6, and Stitch, you can do the D8.
Oh my gosh, I got a 6 for you, Uriah. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 2 for you, Uriah. Yeah.
All right.
I got a 5 for you.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Want to know what's really funny?
So that. What's up?
Okay, so when I took it out of the bag, like I just dropped it on the table and it rolled a nat 6. So then I picked it up and I was
amazing.
like, dang, I used all the luck. And then I rolled it and got a 6.
That's right. It was meant. It was meant to be.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Awesome.
Question.
So Cam fam, just go ahead.
Can I use this EP now? Like before we start?
Yeah, but we're about to get right into the recap, so you might want to stay sharp for that. Speaking of which, we are going to go right into the recap. Who wants to try for the recap of last week?
I would love to try for the recap.
Oh, Mike, you got your hand up? Stitch is trying?
I'm shaking, baby. I'm
Literally
shaking.
everyone wants to do it.
Looks like we all in.
Okay.
And Kaliff is in.
All right. So I'm going to do a D10. 1, 2, Matatopa. 3, 4, Belac. 5, 6, Kaliff. 7, 8, Stitch. 9, 0. That'll be the Reaper himself.
Wait,
so let's go.
3, 4?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So I got 8.
Dang it. Yes.
Wait, it's Stitch, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Go for it, Stitch.
All right. No pressure. No pressure at all.
No pressure,
Okay.
bro.
You ready? Last time.
On EverLore game.
On EverLore. All right.
That's
so,
great.
Well, we start off. We had some soldiers that had surrounded our camp. 3 of them was facing us as we started to engage in conversation with them, and the remainder kind of gradually went back into the perimeter of the force line. We met a human female, and her name, I'm going to spell it. It's Amitola.
Mitochondria.
And she was of the warrior class, and she was also, let's see here. So we met her, and then we also met these names, brother. Okay, it's Aito, last name Sasaki, and he was like the bodyguard, and he was like a large Orsine, and he when Vandra was talking to her. When Vandra was talking to her, this Orsine thought Vandra was getting kind of froggy, so he about to stop in and talk to Vandra, but she told him no. We also had opportunity to meet a couple other characters. Along the way, they were walking towards the city, and they talked to us about the illness that was spreading. Me and Bloodstar got on the carpet because our stamina was kind of weak, so we got on the carpet. And along the way, I'm starting at the Belac, got sick, and he was on the carpet. I tried to grab him. He was on a flying rug. I tried to grab him. I couldn't grab him fast enough, so he landed, I think, on the floor, and we discovered that when he fell off that he may have a plague. And we were traveling to the Nasquek city, Nasgutek city. He was en route to that city.
All right. Let's see who wants to clean up.
I definitely would.
Let me have it. It's
Oh.
fine, really.
Oh wow, everyone. Okay. All right, I'm gonna roll.
Just say like 5 things. We can get it done.
I'm gonna roll a D4, and we'll just go the order it was. So 1 Matatopa, 2 Bloodstar, 3
Come on,
Kaliff,
1.
4. It was
Roll.
4, so it was the Reaper.
Oh, he's gonna take everything because that's how he does recaps.
Okay, the rorgn's name is Aito Sasaki, and he is a rorgn. There was a third guard whose name was Monet. I don't know if it's Monet, but that just seems like like kind of plain compared to everybody else's name, so it might be wrong. But she was a dark-skinned human, and I'm just gonna leave it at that so y'all can pick some other stuff up.
Sick.
Okay.
I want to
So
do
we
this.
got you guys. All right.
I
Let
would
me
love
roll
to-
real quick.
I would love to be allowed to go.
All right. So that's 1, 2. So Matatopa is actually next.
Yep. All right.
Bruh.
So Manette was actually the leader of the Zulu contingent that was there. When we were still at the camp, Vandra talked to Najlan, and she did some kind of magic spell on him where she was able to sort of relive his whole life. And she told him that she now knows more about him than he does, and that she wants him to speak with somebody in the city of Nazgûtek.
Okay.
I'll leave something for you guys.
Okay. All right. And then let's see. I'll let you guys call odd or even.
Okay, I was gonna say odd, but I'll go even.
Gotta be faster.
Well, it was a 1.
Ah!
Poor Anthony. Poor Anthony.
Let's go. So, Ito, as Wahuru was cleaning up like their camp, taking everything down, and getting ready to leave, Ito was sent over to help Belac, and he asked if Belac needed any help, and Belac just asked if he knew anything about his brand. Ito said he didn't, so Belac showed him, and then Ito thought that he was sick. And so they sort of like talked about that. But then he had Monette come over and sort of made a rain cloud that rain on him, and whenever the rain would hit him, it would just like evaporate. So then they said that he wasn't sick because of that, and so yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Anthony, anything you want to add?
Okay, so while we were all discussing, Kaliff decided to use a spirit sensitivity roll to investigate what these new ring of soldiers around him were all about. And while he was doing so, he discovered that Amitola and Ito had sort of like spirit eagles attending them on their shoulders, and that the rest of the band had magic scarves. Nijlan didn't know about Amitola or Ito's spirit eagles, but when asked about their sort of, magic scarves or what they had around their neck and up on their mouths, Kaliff was met with some less than telling answers. But
Okay.
those seem to be very important aspects of what's going on. Also, Nijlan's name, it means to, no, never mind. It's like the mistress of the rippling water.
Okay.
Dang it! It was her.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, well, this recap was very interesting. I'll let you guys get one. There were some good cleanups. Stitch, you kind of butchered the names there a lot. You were just spelling them away.
Hey,
But I appreciate the effort.
I did on purpose. I wanted to make sure everybody got some EP.
Right. We got you.
That's right. Okay, so we'll get the +1 for the recap, and then we will just jump right into it. So we
Real
left
quick.
off.
Real quick. Out of game. It was Amatoli and Nijlan that had the bird spirits.
Oh wait, Amitoli and Nijlan?
Yeah.
I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold up. I thought it was Amitola and Ito.
You saw Ito there, but he didn't have one.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I need to fix these notes. My bad.
All right, Lord Master, it's all you.
Got you. So I will jump right into it. We just had a guard exclaim, "Oh, he's got the plague." So what are we doing?
Um,
I'm gonna hover up about 6 feet.
I know
No.
Manitoba was sort of looking from afar.
Yeah.
Manitoba's gonna go ahead and open himself up to the spirit world to see
Okay.
if I can sense, any nefarious spirits or anything like that at work here.
And I would, I'm still on the carpet, but I'm going to start saying a prayer to the goddess Daniel for healing.
I still have the cloth on my mouth, just covering it, out of whatever's going on. I'll also do a spirit sensitivity check.
So Manitoba got 28 for the spirit sensitivity.
Okay, what am I going for again here? Okay. Oh, that's a cool roll. I got a 23.
Okay, so 28 and
Yep.
23. With the 28, you open yourself up to the spirit, and immediately, like,
Nope,
that you're receptive to the spirit world. Okay. You know that you're receptive to the spirit world, and that you're doing this correctly, but it doesn't feel as it normally does. Roll insight, actually.
All right.
No, roll your magical attunement, I mean.
Well, that's not too bad. Okay, 19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay, with that, you just, the spirit world in general feels a little off.
I have a question.
With you. Go on.
Can I cast spells? Like, I know I'm like, am I unconscious or just immobilized?
You are still conscious, and we will get to that. What, you want to cast something?
Yes.
Okay, what do you want to cast?
I have it right here.
And why are you telling you? I rolled a 24.
24?
Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're reaching out to the goddess Dani, right?
Yes.
And you feel like your prayers have been received, and you get a feeling, one such of like a weird peace.
A weird peace.
Yeah, like
Okay.
like while everything seems hectic, you feel a little calm.
Okay.
While that is going on, you said you wanted to cast a spell?
Yeah. I was going to, but it turns out it was core 6. So
Okay. Well, go ahead and roll me your mental fortitude real quick. And go ahead, Dave.
Bro.
Yeah, Manitoba is going to say to the group, "Be strong and be deadly. I sense foulness around us." And I'm actually going to draw my sword and step closer to Belac and try to sort of, look around to see if there's any other danger.
Okay. Roll me insight then. And then, Belac, what was your mental fortitude?
I got a nat 1.
Okay.
11.
So you are now in excruciating pain. Like you've got the boils, the rashes, you've got a migraine.
Man.
You're like, and it's so much that there are tears falling down your face, and you're actually like screaming, like you are legit screaming very loudly from the pain.
So 26 on the insight.
26 on the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
So while you're looking around, you will notice, just aware from the danger, that the scarves that the sort of the baton that we were traveling with has sort of a red color.
So it's not pink anymore?
Yeah, it's not pink. It's a very bright, almost as if it were angry.
Oh. Dang. Okay, I'm gonna try to interpose myself between them and Belac, because I'm not sure if they're doing it, and I'm gonna say, What foul deed have you done?
Okay.
While he's doing that,
Go ahead.
I'm going to say I'm going to fly above the carpet now and take out my bow and arrow.
Okay. Vandra is going to, he let go of Belac. He's still relatively close, but now he's looking around, and he's just looking around. And while that is going down, Belac, why don't you go ahead and roll me endurance?
Okay.
And then while you're doing that, Reaper, what's going on with you? What you doing?
I'm gonna look around.
Okay, go ahead and roll me.
I got 11.
I got a
Your endurance is 11?
Yep, not rolling too great.
Okay.
I got a 40 roll for insight.
Okay, so with that, you see the same thing Matatopa does, and actually out of the corner of your eye, in the peripheral, you'll see a couple of guards step towards Belac, and it doesn't look necessarily aggressively, but it does look like they have some sort of intent while they're going towards him.
I'll shout out and ask, what's next? Like, what do we do?
Who are you asking? Just
and-
like in general?
Guard.
Oh,
Okay. Let's see. What do you say that in?
Wood.
Okay. So one of the guards will say, well, we got to get rid of the virus. Very matter-of-factly, and then he will dig into, reach into his side where the hilt of a sword is as he's walking towards the Bloodstar. And then Vandra will say, I got you, Bloodstar, and try to cast Mend. Go ahead and roll me magic resistance, because I'm pretty sure you'd be resisting that while that's going on. I'm sorry, I meant minor healing. That's what Vandra's casting.
got it.
Okay, so 32. Yeah, so that didn't go through. But while that's happening, you start to, your vision is getting blurry now. Your throat is sore and dry, and it's starting to get, sort of fade to black for you, Bloodstar.
Do we see a guard approaching the Bloodstar with his hand on the hilt?
Matatopa and Reaper do, because they looked and they did that high enough.
Okay.
What do you
This is all going on?
mean by get rid of the disease?
Oh, you're asking the guy. Okay. We have to stop it in its tracks. We cannot afford to let any more people get this virus.
I'm going to yell, Kaliff, to me, defend Belac. And I'm going to try to step towards one of the guards.
Okay. Roll impulse.
All right, and then I'll roll with him because I'm moving up next to Matatopa.
Now, do I see that action?
You got
Are you?
Throw
Where are
sight,
you?
throw sight. All right, sorry.
Okay.
and I got 19.
Okay.
Okay, I got 17. Nope, 19.
Oh, okay. What's your aggression factors?
My aggression factor is now 5.
I'm 7.
Ooh. Okay, yeah.
It's all right,
All
Sam.
right.
Don't feel bad.
All right. So, what are you doing?
I am going to go ahead and cast static armor on myself and Kaliff.
Okay.
And then prepare to meet the guards.
Okay. And then, okay, Kaliff, what are you gonna do?
Oh, you know what I can do? I'm gonna cast. Hold up, wait. Okay, because I have enough stuff to do this now. Normally, I'm gonna cast likewise.
Okay.
And for Cam Fam, I can't find the spell right now, but for CamFam, what Likewise does is it creates 4 copies of the caster, and all of those copies have to sit, or well, not all of the copies. Anybody who sees the copies and is, the enemy has to succeed at a magic resistance roll in order to be able to see through the copies. If they don't, they have to guess which one is the real person on top of being intimidated by said copies. There's also one designated hitter copy that can, throw attacks at half the stats of the original caster.
Awesome. Very good analysis.
My insight is 24.
24. Okay, so you hear Matatopa go, Kaliff, prepare to defend, and like he yells that, and then you see lightning arc around him and start to like envelop him, and then also Kaliff, and then you start seeing Kaliff split.
Hey, I have to roll a d6 to see how long the static armor lasts.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I
And
have
then
a
on top of that,
question.
I'm going
It
to
lasts
have...
four rounds.
All right,
Okay.
sweet. And then static armor is just what, +5 to my vestment and magic resistance?
Correct.
Okay, sick. So while that's going on, I'm going to cast Likewise. I need to use my spell dominance or spell spell dominance, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I need to use my spell dominance to cast that, right?
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll a 1d12. I got a 12, baby.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
that's 12 again.
Oh wait, again?
Mm-hmm.
That's the singularity.
Ah, it was so close to 12. No, it's just. All right.
All right,
So,
and I had rolled for a few of the guards. You see 3 other versions of yourself on the field that all have sort of the same.
I can't hear you.
You're breaking up a bit. Not yet.
Sorry, what?
Oh man.
Okay, now we're good. Now you're good.
Okay, yep, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, I can hear you now.
All right, so you'll see 3 more versions of yourself with the
There will
same
be 4
like
versions of
electricity. Oh, 4 versions of yourself with the same electricity around them as they're
Electricity
preparing.
Oh, yep.
And then
I have a
while that's
question.
happening, Belac, go ahead.
Am I able to still like think clearly? Or
No, I mean
Well-
you can think, but it's yeah. It's really debilitating. Think like the migraine. Think like excruciating pain. Like all the flashes of hot and cold. The irritation of a rash and the boils. Think the dryness of the throat. And so your throat is kind of like really hurting. Your stomach feels upset. Like you're just going through like a lot at once. So you can think, but
so I'm just gonna think like about my brand and just think like now. Like just like and like focus on it. Like as well as I can and just think now. Hoping that something will happen.
Okay. And then when you do that, roll me stamina and then roll me your magical aptitude.
Hey, okay, never mind. My bad.
Okay. Stamina is 10 total. And then my alchemy, not 12, 29.
Okay. So with that, you think that you look at your brand and you sort of like right before you pass out feel like I had that connection, and then you pass out.
Ah.
So now that that's happened, we'll go back to the combat, and you'll see the copies and Monotopa, and then you'll hear a voice say, "Halt! This is way too much for this right now. Let me see if we can do something for him." You guys can roll insight to see who said that if you want.
All right, I would love to see who said that.
41.
20.
29.
Wait, what'd you get?
Okay. And
29.
Okay, I
You
thought
got
you said
29.
49.
I got 29.
No.
I got 29
is
also.
not trying to hide it. So it's Najwan. She's the one who told everyone to chill out. And then she said, everyone back away from Bela. So you'll see the guards start to back up. Vandra will step closer to Bela because he just saw some stuff going down. So Vandra's like, I don't know about y'all. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna stay close to Belac with my copies, and then I'm gonna look. I'm gonna set my eyes on Monotopa. Like, what are we doing next?
I'm just gonna stay hovered.
Yep, me too. I'm putting my arrow up though. I'm gonna be in the air too.
Okay.
I am going to say, Nijlan, on your blood, do you state that he will not be harmed?
On my blood, I can state that I will try not to harm him, but I cannot guarantee that his health will be upstanding.
Monotopa's going to put his sword away and say, if you are seeking to perform a rite, is there any way that we can aid you, or would we be more of a hindrance?
And then she will look around at Wahuru and say, it may be that your connection with the Bloodstar could prove useful. Those who are willing to help, please do.
And I'm gonna land down then so I can assist.
Okay. So Vandra's still chilling by Bloodstar. He's kind of holding his sword still, looking around like a little tense. Bloodstar, you're passed out. What are you guys doing? You landed. What's going on?
Monotopa is going to relax a little bit and sort of just stand, ask her what, I'm going to say, what would you have us do? But I'm still going to sort of be facing those guards that were approaching.
Okay. She will roll mental fortitude.
Well, that's going on Kaliff. Like, the real me is gonna step back, but my projections are gonna stare at the guards with their arms crossed.
You also roll mental fortitude.
Got it.
17.
Okay.
Mental fortitude. Let's get it. Oh heck yeah, 19.
Okay. So she will approach you both, since you guys are relatively close to each other.
Mm-hmm.
She will approach you both, and she will just say, it will be okay. They know better than to disobey.
Very well.
If she says that, I'm gonna, do my little bow, and then my copies are gonna, sit down, and then I guess they'll dissipate in a minute because I rolled a 1d4.
Okay. No, that's fine. But when she does that, she will say, we should start immediately because this seems to be a very severe case. So she will then ask you not to resist as she puts her hands out to both of you. And
I'm there
touches you.
too. Oh, I'm next to Belac. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So when she does that, her hands, like, out of her hands. What? Oh, is it everything good?
Yeah, we're good now.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry. So when she does that, out of her hands, like a mist or steam, the same one or a similar one, but it's a different color, as you saw when she performed what she did to Vandra, will come out of her hands and sort of envelop you and Kaliff, and she will walk away towards Vandra and Stitch. Reaper, where are you?
6 feet above Belac.
So
Okay, so she will walk over to Vandra and Stitch, and ask us not to resist as well.
Okay. I will not.
All right. Okay, and then she will look up, and will be covered in the same mist, steam, fog that both Kaliff and Matatopa are, and she will look up at Reaper and say, "It is fine if you don't wish to help, but if you do, please don't resist."
Okay, I'll come down. And I won't resist.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And maybe it's because both of you guys are halflings. I don't know what it is. But this mist around you seems way thicker, like way thicker than the rest of us. And so she will back up and she will say, "This may hurt a bit, but please bear with me."
Okay.
And then roll endurance for me.
Everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Other than Bloodstar.
You said rolling for endurance?
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah.
Man, y'all don't even know. I'm ready for this endurance
Dang
check.
it.
22.
My dice doesn't hit the ground.
15.
Okay.
15.
Yeah, 15.
I got trying to be like Mike.
Right?
24.
Okay. And Vandra rolled a 29. So we're anyone who is 18 and below will feel like well, let me explain what's happening. So as she asks you or tells you this may hurt a bit, but please just bear with it, her hands will move and start to pull, and at first it seems like she's pulling the mist from you, but you'll notice that it's like as it continues, blood from your pores is coming out of you.
Ouch.
And it's coming from you. Yeah. And so those with an 18 and below start getting a little like a little bit of pain.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's very uncomfortable
Be a man,
as it's
Stitch.
sort
Be a
of
man.
rushing out violently.
Be quiet, man.
You guys you'll only take 8 points of damage as that happens.
Dang it.
Ooh, Mantopa?
8 points.
Hey, does my static armor help at
both
all?
of you.
Does my static armor help at all?
Your static armor does not.
What about my charm? My personality?
You take an extra 8 points of damage.
Yeah, what's up?
Uriah, so my magic item, the Eye of Transcendence, did I tell you the other thing it does at the start of combat?
No. Go ahead and text
Okay.
that to me if you want to let me know.
I mean, I can just tell everybody. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So at the start of combat, there's a 30% chance that spirits will aid us during battle, and I get +3 divestment, and you all get +1 divestment, if you're in the party. And that
Wow.
has a 30% chance of happening. Would that be able to help stop this at all?
No, I wouldn't say this.
Let the alone. Yeah.
No, because one, you're not really in combat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you opened yourself up to the spirits and like asked for their aid and stuff like that, yeah. But that seems more combat oriented, and we're not in that anymore.
Yeah, no. Okay, I got you. I also forgot to do that at the start, so I'll remember next time.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Which would make sense why the static armor didn't work, because we agreed to this.
Right.
So that happens. I'm gonna have, let's see. So as you feel like blood rushing out of you guys, and it's sort of forming together, like in one spot in between the 4 of us, or 5 of us, I'm sorry. In between the 5 of us, it's formulating in the air and congealing. And so it's just like this red blob, but then it turns blue.
Wow.
And it looks like water. Like it loses the thickness of blood. It loses, like it's sort of transparent, like water is now. Like it looks like water.
Yeah. I'm going to Matatopa's going to call on any nature spirits nearby to strengthen us, to help us endure.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see.
And let's see. My naturism roll is going to be a 21. The crappy roll.
Odd or even?
Odd.
Okay. So with that roll, you will see just a bunch of different kinds of spirits. Nature spirits without form, nature spirits with forms of like humanoid figures, some in the forms of animals, just gathering around what's happening. And when you see that, you sort of feel a little bit better about the situation.
Okay, all right.
I want
that sort of, Okay. Go ahead.
In Prime, I'm going to call out and I'm going to say, I call to all Prime beings that may be listening. I am your defender and I ask for your aid to heal my...
Odd or even?
Odd.
Odd? Okay. So you call out to Prime beings and you feel like it was received, but you don't necessarily have a response.
Okay.
Okay. And then while that's happening, you will see the now water, which was blood, go over towards the Bloodstar. And as she like gently lays the water over him, it sort of makes like a second skin around him, the water does, but we can still see him because it's transparent. And as it does that, it turns to red and then brown.
Wow.
It goes into him.
Oh.
Into him?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
So as that's happening,
Uriah, I sent you an email. I mean a text.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I got it.
Okay.
And so as that's happening, she will say, I've done all I can. I don't know what else to do. But go ahead.
I'm gonna roll insight and see if he looks any better, or does he still seem to be the same?
I'm gonna ask, what did you do?
I just performed a simple purification ritual.
Okay.
But judging by the looks of it, what did you get?
20.
Okay, so as she's saying that, and you're looking at Belac, whereas normally, if a ritual was successful, symptoms and things would go away. When you look at the Bloodstar, the symptoms like the rash and the boils and stuff, they didn't go away, but they're not becoming more severe. He looks sort of like he's in stasis.
Okay.
And so she's sort of confused right now because she's like, it seems like it worked, but I've never had a reaction like this before.
Go on.
Is he unconscious or
Yeah, Bloodstar is unconscious.
Okay, dang.
Angel friend, can you call upon the aid of your gods?
I will do it again. I called upon her once, and she gave me a peace that my prayers will be answered, but I'll call upon her again. So
that is interesting. The spirits also seem to tell of him being okay, but I don't see how that could be.
So I'm going to say another prayer. I'm going to plead to my goddess, and my roll is take it, a 16.
Okay. With that, you start to pray, and you get like a splint migraine, as if it's almost disrespectful to question sort of the answer that was already given.
Wow.
Like they already tried to communicate with you, and now you're gonna go against that. But it's not angry. It's just like, I have said what I have said.
Sucker.
So I'm gonna tell my top. I tried, bruh. I tried.
And so as that's going on, she will say, Najwan will say, I only know of one person that can maybe help him, but we must move very, very quickly. We need to get him. We need to get him to Nazgûtek.
Very well.
Henry Portal, would that be faster?
Well, you guys haven't been there, so
right. And
I'm asking her. Maybe she can portal.
She will say it is not too far, and while we may be able to, you guys cannot go into the city, and so we should just take the quick journey that it is.
Very well. I forget, was he? No, he was on the ground. So
yeah, he's on the ground.
I'll pick him up. Maratopo will pick him up.
Well, wait, would you catch it? Or you pick him up? Is it contagious? Skin to skin?
Roll, everybody roll insight.
Is that what you're saying to me?
Who, me?
Yeah, do you tell Maratopo that? Because Maratopo's not thinking that.
Yeah, I said, hold on. It could be contagious.
26.
31.
24.
Okay. With that, you will notice that the masks that were red, like glowing angrily red, while they're not fully pink, they're like a hot pink, like a mixture between red and pink now.
Like a
and
neon.
It's not as bright. As the guards are starting to go.
So so the guards are leaving already?
Yeah, the guards have started to go back towards the trail, or like where we were going.
I'm gonna ask, Joel, can we touch him, or if we touch him, will we catch the disease?
So you already tried to pick him up, right?
Oh, me? No, my trouble was
Maratopo.
about to. I stopped him.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
He yelled out. So Maratopo's going to go ahead.
What was your insight, Maratopo?
Oh, it was 26.
With that, you would notice that when you tried to pick him up, that the fog that was around us is still around us. It has not left, but it seemed to get thicker on your hands when you got closer to the Bloodstar. And pick him up.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do, instead of touching him, I'm actually Yeah, I was going to grab the carpet and try to
Okay.
roll him
Yeah.
and maneuver it so that he's on the carpet without me physically touching him.
Right. Right.
Okay. And while you go towards the carpet, Juan will say, you guys have been successfully quarantined, to say the least. I would not worry about it spreading. Then again, never seen something like this happen before. But I would not worry about it spreading. That is out of game. Think of the fog now as sort of a hazmat suit
Mm.
Okay.
that is now around us, where we can't like infect them.
Got it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so also we get to each other.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So then that being said, I'll just go ahead and get him on there.
Okay.
And Stitch,
Yep.
you should still ride with him since you were tired.
Yep. That'll work. So I'm on the carpet, and then
Okay.
I'll just go and I'll just kind of hold him so he don't fall off the carpet.
Okay.
Okay. So while that's happening, let's go ahead and fast forward an hour. Bloodstar, roll me your magical aptitude.
Oh. $27.
Okay. So sort of like you feel like surrounded in darkness, and it's sort of surreal, but you remember like something echoing, and as you focus a little bit more, you hear it, and it's your voice saying now, and it's echoing in this sort of darkness, and then your eyes pop open. What are you doing?
Am I still in crippling pain? Or I guess I'm gonna roll insight.
Yeah, it's open. What are you doing?
I'm gonna roll insight to assess the situation. Is it nighttime?
Okay. It is not nighttime.
Okay. So that's just gonna be a 25.
Okay. So you immediately like look around, and you're on a carpet chilling, going somewhere with Wahuru. Go ahead and roll me mental fortitude.
Why mental fortitude?
And Stitch, why don't you go ahead and roll me insight?
Okay. Yes. 31 for insight.
Okay. And then go ahead.
18.
18 for your mental fortitude?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're just chilling on the carpet. We were heading towards Nazca Tech, and we are still, it looks like, heading towards Nazca Tech. Stitch, you see Bloodstar like moving around on the carpet, just like he sat up, looking around. You also notice that like he looks like his normal self.
Wow. I'm gonna say, Bloodstar, what happened to you?
Bloodstar, what you know is that you were heading to Nazca Tech. You were getting a little tired, so you got on the carpet, and now you're still on the carpet, heading to Nazca Tech.
I'm Manitoba. I rolled insight for Manitoba to see if he could see what was going on. But I rolled 18.
Okay. So I mean, you hear some. Oh well, you know what? Stitch said something. So in that case, yes. So you look back, and you see Bloodstar sitting up, just looking like Bloodstar, just looking normal.
Anything still? No plague? Doesn't look like.
So when Stitch asked me the question, I was gonna respond. We were traveling to Nazca, and then I got on the carpet because I was tired with you, and then I just woke up on the carpet with you.
So you.
Well. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll let that happen. You were heading to Nazca, so you got tired. You went to sleep on the carpet, and now you're awake on the carpet.
Yeah, no, you don't remember anything that just happened?
At all?
No, I was asleep.
I'm gonna touch my hand to his brow to see if he's like if he feels feverish or anything like that. I guess do I do like a mend roll or something like that?
Yeah, go ahead and do you have yeah, that would be a mend roll.
Okay. And yet I can't because I don't I do have an investment. Okay. 27.
Okay. With a 27, do you have like I don't know anything like anatomy or something? Or like something that like deals with people, something like healer or like field medic or
no. I need to get. Dang it, no.
Okay. Well then with the 27, yeah, you touch your like what the back of your hand to his head.
Yeah.
And he feels normal. He feels like a normal halfling would.
And you have.
He's touching my head.
I'm gonna
shout out to the Najal.
Nijlan.
I want to say he's up. What's going on?
And so Najlan, while she's making like she's double timing it to Nazca, she will look back and
You're breaking up.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Uriah. Hey, Uriah, you're breaking up. We can't hear you.
And Cam Film, so that happened.
No.
Oh
my gosh, that's crazy.
Back. There we go. We got you.
You're back a little bit.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Wait a little bit.
And we lost him again.
Or not. All
Wait,
right.
what? What happened?
I don't know. You're back now.
Yeah, you keep like fading in and out.
Okay.
Like, we can hear you clearly, and then you go like
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, like
gaming in the age of Corona. All right.
Just a little bit. All right. Okay. So, Najlan, did you guys roll insight?
Yeah.
Did you want us to do that?
I called out to her, told her what was going on. I didn't roll insight.
29.
Okay, roll insight.
Okay.
27.
Yes, I got a nat 12, so I am at a 32.
Okay. So anyone at a 25 or higher will see like a brief look of confusion, but she recovers very quickly. She'll look back and be like, and then, but she's still, you got to get to Nazca. We didn't get you guys there, especially the Bloodstar.
Okay. Let's move out.
What's going on?
Just hang on.
Yeah, Belac, we'll talk to you on the way. We just need to get a move on. Nazca, I suppose.
Okay.
It seemed that you had succumbed to the plague, and now mysteriously you are better.
Do you still have no memory of that?
Bloodstar. Now, when they say that, that's like, you're kind of incredulous. That's like crazy information. There's no way you had the plague. You just took a nap. They're overreacting. You were just tired from traveling.
The plague? I was just tired and took a nap.
No, you had
the
boils and
plague.
rashes.
You were screaming in
Everything.
pain.
Yeah, you sure? Like, I'm pretty sure I can see a little like spot right there. That was a boil. Yes, I'm almost certain that was a boil right on your forehead, right here.
I think we
I'm
need to get to
100%
the city as soon as possible because he seems to still be suffering from something.
So let's
I'm
double time it, y'all.
100% certain if I had the plague, I would remember.
Well, clearly you don't.
He's deluded.
Fair enough. Let's go.
So,
Yeah, let's just get going. I'm
okay,
gonna
so you
pull
guys
the
just
magic
ready?
carpet.
Since we're going to do that, Nijlan will say, all right, double time. And then the group that we're with, suddenly, they're like running, just like full force, picking up the speed he's doing.
Wait, he was on the
Vandra's
carpet.
gonna fly.
He was on the carpet. He ran from the off the carpet.
No, he's saying that
No.
Brian, you're breaking up a little bit, but what he was saying is that the guards are running.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, the guards were running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's keep up with them.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
All right. I guess that'll be a stamina roll.
Well, I'm on the carpet, so I'm good.
You are.
Oh, yeah. I bet you love the privilege of sitting up in that carpet.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take over driving the carpet.
Okay.
Stitch, can't you fly?
I'm resting with Bloodstar. I'm watching him.
I got 19 for my stamina.
All right.
Okay.
I got a 12 for my stamina.
All right. I got exactly 20, which is, it was the base. So anyone that was 19 and under is starting to get tuckered out. They're starting to get tired.
That would be Manitoba.
And you, Kaliff, are like really lagging behind for some reason. Maybe it's just you feel heavier for some, I don't know. Maybe your armor feels more weighted. I don't know what it is, but you're really lagging behind.
I want to say, you want to trade spots, Kayla?
I might be a bit too heavy for it.
Oh, no, sorry.
You should be able to get on there, son.
All right, I'm gonna take Stitch's hand and hop on the carpet.
And do not wait. When he get on the carpet, I'm gonna jump up in there and start flying.
Okay. Roll me prowess.
Prowess. I got you. 32.
Just me too or no?
Yes.
You said prowess? I got a 15.
Okay. So you reach your hand out to get Kaliff. It's like, yeah, come on. You're like,
come on.
You
come
start
on.
to try to fly. Kaliff is just too heavy. But luckily, he gets on the carpet just fine. You almost put the muscle.
All right, you're breaking up.
Yeah, I was trying to decipher that, but I can't tell what you're saying through the static.
Oh man.
It's funny because after we said you go, it's fine.
Really?
Right there's good. Where you at? Right there. Can you stay right there?
I can try.
All right.
So you almost pull a muscle trying to lift Kaliff, but you let go in time, and Kaliff gets on the carpet just fine with his roll. So you're flying, and Go ahead.
Monotopa's going to go ahead and cast Refresh. And so it'll cause a gentle breeze to pass through the area. And everybody within 30 feet, 30 feet wide, 40-foot long area will feel refreshed and can receive 2 points of endurance. So hopefully that'll help us out a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, I have a question.
Hopefully.
I guess this would be Dave, but it can go for the Lore Master too. If you cast Lighthearted, which is the one that makes you fall slower, technically, if that means you weigh less, wouldn't that make it easier to run? Or does that only count for while you're falling?
It's fine.
I don't think, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think Lighthearted makes you way less. It just slows the fall.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like what I'm thinking is like while you're running, if you're like doing longer strides, you would like fall down slower, so you would get more distance out of each step, so you could run further technically without doing more work.
I mean, the spell was not intended for something like that, and it's against gravity, so you wouldn't have the momentum to be able to push yourself because you can't force past what the spell is doing. You know what I'm saying? And the spell is only to slow your roll as you're coming, or slow your fall as you're coming down.
Okay, all right, just curious.
All right, so we'll fast forward an hour and a half, and everyone, let's roll insight one more time.
All right, we're rolling insight, Mike.
33.
22.
Oh, they get the same thing.
25.
25.
Okay. Well, everyone is 25 and higher. Oh man, unfortunately. Yeah, you guys will see smoke, but everyone 20 and higher will start to see a giant wall, like a great wall that would be one to surround a city. What did you get, Reaper?
33.
33? Okay, so as we're coming up onto the wall, is it doing the thing again?
No, I was laughing at Mike was over there eating. That's all. That was doing the thing again.
You lost. Of course. Okay. No, yes, no.
Now we got you.
No.
Yep,
Yes,
you're good now.
no. Okay. All right. So as we're coming up onto the wall, Reaper, you will notice that at first glance, it looks like stone, just like a big, large stone wall. But you notice that it's actually like compacted earth, like different like dirt and like gravel and stuff. But it's also in the form of a brick, so it's like really compact and it's like sturdy.
Whoa.
And we lost the lore master.
Whoa.
Oh,
All righty then. He was like, "Peace out, everybody."
That wall was powerful.
Okay.
That was crazy, crazy. Crazy it was.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. What was the last thing you heard?
The wall looked like you said it looked like compact, very sturdy.
Yeah, very,
Mhm.
very
So
compact.
it's like brick.
So compressed.
Hmm.
So it's like brick, but with earth.
Okay.
So as we approach the city, Najlan will say something to Balanle, and you guys, well, actually, no, Reaper will hear murmurings of some with a chapel lead or something. You're not really quite sure, but that's what you can gather from their conversation. And then Najlan will say, we need to make sure you guys can enter the city as soon as possible, because you guys, and she'll be looking at Belac, but she'll say, you guys, we're not so sure about letting you into the city quite yet, so we'll have to have you meet someone.
Okay.
Who is it that you would have us speak with?
So Belanle, as you guys are asking that, Belanle will say, I will show you the way. It won't be long. And she points towards the smoke, which is actually outside of the city, but somewhere around the wall. From the angle, we can't see it yet.
All right. Well, I'm going to head on with her.
All right.
Okay.
Guess we'll follow right behind Monotopa.
All right. So Najlan will say, until we meet again, hopefully it's under better circumstances. And she'll look at Bloodstar again and nod. And then look at Wahuru and say, and that's it. And then she'll walk away.
Oh, wait, can I do my
group of
bow
soldiers.
and then, like, Amani no Salamu?
Yeah, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And she is that Zulu?
Yeah, it's Zulu.
Okay. So you'll say Amani na Salamu, and she will look back at you. And then she will bow again, just out of respect, just like a respectful gesture.
Heck yeah! Woo.
All right. So now we're following Belanle, and as we're going, Belanle, she's saying, all right. So we're meeting an Onataha. Okay.
And Onataha.
Yes. Bloodstar and Topa will roll learning for that.
Wait, can I roll learning for it or no?
No.
Dang, that's harsh.
19.
19. Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Okay. Maybe you fall asleep. Maybe you're little. You're still waking up, but you're like, oh, Taha, what? I know that, but I don't. Whatever. But Monotopa will be like, oh, it means daughter of the earth. That's interesting. What are we doing? Meeting in Onataha.
So that's.
And then.
That would be a shaman? Huh. All right.
Mm-hmm. And so,
Yeah, I'm one of those.
and then, actually, Kaliff, roll. Roll. No, you know what? We'll leave that alone.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull sort of Monotopa and I'm gonna whisper to him. Oh, it wasn't Hushui a shaman?
Yes, she is. What is?
I would like to err on the side of caution. He's safe around this person.
Do I hear
Well,
this?
who shui is just. I mean, shamans are not uncommon.
Wait, do I hear
just.
this? Like,
I mean,
are
you
you
have to.
being
I mean, I don't think. Are you trying to whisper?
I mean, I'm not really trying to whisper. I was just saying it so, like, you know, it was directed at you instead of anybody else. I mean, if they want to hear it, they can. I'm just sort of talking about those.
Yeah. You know, I just because one is bad, I wouldn't think that everyone is.
I would then say, I myself am a shaman, Kaliff.
I wouldn't necessarily call you a shaman, says Monotopa.
And
You may-
Vandra. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You may wish to achieve that title one day, but you are by far not even close.
And Vandra will say, wasn't it the late Kaliff that wanted to become a shaman as well?
That is correct.
Right. I'm just hoping this one isn't affected by the sway of the Walker of the Night, as well as Ushuai was.
As soon as you say that, Belanle will turn back and just continue talking about the importance of the shaman culturally. That's it. And also urge you to treat her with respect
Absolutely.
when you meet her. And she will be looking right at you when she says, be sure to treat her with respect.
I am sure that we all will.
She will look at you, nod, give a brief nod towards Kaliff, and then continue going on about, it should be around this corner right here. Yep, I see this. Okay, yeah. So that's she's leading us. So, as wait, are you guys not saying anymore?
As we're walking closer, Monotop is going to be looking around just to see. I know we're outside of the city, but does it look like there are a lot of houses around here? Is she taking us like somewhere way out, or like sort of what's the area? So
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and roll.
Okay.
23.
Okay. While it doesn't seem like it's any sort of like port or hub or anything like that outside of the city, it's not so scarce of different buildings that it's like, what's this random building?
Okay, right.
But it isn't necessarily so like full, either.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, as you guys turn the corner of the wall, you'll see a few teepees with smoke coming out of them. And when you think of a teepee, think of a like great, like a big teepee with like designs inside, like with of the things with the earth. Like it's not just hay or anything. Like they do things with the mud and the gravel, or like the dirt, and they do things with the vines and stuff. And they do like you'll notice that they utilize a lot of the earth and the world.
Okay. All right.
So as that's going, we will be making a beeline to one of the teepees that actually has smoke coming out of it. And Belanle will say, all right, she should be just ahead. And then she will go to the door. Belanle will say, roll insight, Bloodstar, and Kaliff and Monotopa, because you guys are up front, I think.
Got it. Yep.
26.
Oh, I rolled a 12. That's so cool. 31.
28.
Okay. So 30 and higher will notice that Belanle, when she goes to the door, her normal self is, how do I say this? She doesn't seem to shrink, but she seems to sort of be more humble as she like gets closer to the teepee. And she's not bowing or anything like that, but she's like, you can tell in her body language, she's hyper aware of the fact that she's heading towards this teepee. And so she's conducting herself in a manner that you guys hadn't seen before yet.
Right.
So as that is happening, and then but you don't speak Cholu. Okay, yeah. So that's what you noted.
Dang it!
Oh man. So she will say something, and then the door will open to the TP. Like it'll open, and it's not necessarily a regular door. It's kind of cool because the door is made out of like vine and like different like sort of vine-like things. And so when the door opens, it's not like you have to push it out of the way. It's actually like automatic almost, but it's not automatic. It slides into the teepee as you walk in, and then the vines close behind you.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Looking around.
Impressive.
Um,
I'm gonna roll insight to see what I see.
Okay.
I get a 29.
As soon as we walk in, I want to see what Belonley is doing, so I can sort of, follow suit. Can I roll insight for that?
Okay.
Sick. Another 12, 31.
Awesome. Okay, so we got a 31 for Belonley. We'll touch on that in just a second. Stitch, you rolled insight, and Matatopa, you rolled insight?
no, but I am doing it now.
Oh, okay.
It was only 22.
Okay. So you two, on the outside, while you could tell that this TP was, I guess not just sticks and twigs, right? When you were looking at it from the outside.
Yes.
On the inside, it's like awesome. Like it leaves you in awe.
Wow.
It's a marvel as you see across the different like how the earth plays into shelving things, how it plays into like the different vials that are in the room, and the different colors.
Okay.
And then you'll notice that even as like wildlife, like you'll see like a lizard on the wall, but it's not seen as like a bug or anything. It's just on the wall, just kind of like living its life, and then goes out through the wall, and the wall will seal back up again. Like it's a crazy sort of interesting thing, and it seems more spacious as you like when you entered.
Wow.
And then Kaliff, you will see Blonde. She will say a few words, and then she will say to you, but she will say to you and all of Wahuru, here, sit here. And when she says that, the room that like we were in that we didn't see seats, from the ground comes sturdy dirt, like earth seats.
Wow.
Earthen kind of seats.
Impressive.
For that. And they fit our size.
And is this the Anataha talking to us, or is that Blonde saying sit?
Blonde said, take a seat, and she'll be right with you.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna sit in my seat crisscross, and I'm gonna fold my hands in my lap.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna sit down. Yeah. I guess we'll all sit.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. And so it doesn't take too long. Maybe like a few minutes. You'll hear some chattering in like a different sort of room of the teepee. On the outside, it looks like a singular room, but when you get inside, you can see that there are multiple rooms. And so, and a room.
Sorry, before anybody comes out, I'm going to hand cant to the guys. Behave.
I'm gonna be looking like, what is that?
That's funny.
I'll whisper over to Stitch. He's saying behave, and can I roll stealth to try and hide that?
Sure.
Just so like only the party sees it, but I'm just saying it to Stitch. Okay, sick. That's an 11. 26.
Okay.
Got it.
So you whisper it to him.
Thank you.
So you say that, and then you'll hear the chattering at the door, and you'll hear, and then you'll see a woman walk through one of the rooms, and she is wearing a like red, but like earth red. So think like brown and red mixed together, sort of garment. And behind her is just a green cloaked figure.
When I see
her,
the room,
I'm gonna, in my crisscross position, I'm gonna take my hands and I'm gonna put my head down into my hands like that.
Okay.
And Manitoba will stand and bow and say, Mighty Anatopa, you grace us with your presence. In Cholo.
It's yeah. And then she will say, Onataha, but
what I say?
thank you. Anatopa.
Oh, that's right.
Anatopa.
Yeah. But she will say, likewise, but she won't fully bow. She'll just nod, and she will say in Cholu, I see that there have been. Well, no, I hear that there have been some concerns for the group. Am I correct in those findings?
Yeah.
Yeah, something strange happened along the way. And I will point to Belac. And we were traveling here to visit his father, and he seemed to have caught the plague all at once, but is now apparently better, except he doesn't remember it.
And Bloodstar, this still sounds crazy. Roll mental fortitude.
Just Bloodstar?
Bloodstar, yeah, sorry.
18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So you're just like, I don't understand why they keep saying this stuff. Literally, I just took a nap. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like that's kind of how you feel. You're like, I can take a nap. That's the normal thing to do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, in Cholo, I didn't get the I can't think of the word.
Plague?
Plague. Yeah, I didn't catch the plague. I just took a nap. But no, nothing weird.
And then Belanle will say, interesting. But I did see with my own eyes that he did have the plague. And so the woman in the brown red cloak will look at Belanle. She will nod with a smile, and then Belanle will say, well, I will leave you to it then. And Belanle will completely walk out of the teepee.
Anataha, I am Manitopa, and these are my comrades. Kaliff, my son, Stitch, who is often referred to as Angel Friend, Belac, the Bloodstar, Rastilian, the Defender of the Prime. Who may I ask are you? What is your name?
Well, my name is Seva Atora.
You
And
spell that?
then I'll spell that. Yeah.
That's not me. Just spell your name.
CAVA.
VA.
And then
CAVA.
T.
Oh, VA.
No, C is in cat. AVA.
Oh, Kava. Okay.
Yeah. Kava Atora.
But ATORA.
Give it
And then go ahead and roll learning Bloodstar and Matatopa.
Got a 18.
18?
Yes.
Okay.
got a 16.
Okay. So you two, when you hear her name, you'll say, "Oh, okay, that means Mother of the Vein."
Ah,
Mother of the what?
of the vein.
Vein.
Vein. Like VIEN?
Vein, yeah.
Okay.
VEIN.
So she will say that, and then roll insight, everyone.
Oh, VIEN. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, yep.
All right. And you said insight. Let's go.
24.
23.
38.
Good job.
Yeah. So you see a woman, but it's kind of weird because she's you don't see a face. It's like the closest thing you related to is how Kaliff uses likewise, like it's like a projection of himself. But for her, it's like a projection, but it's not of her, so it's not like a full situation. It's almost like a projection of like a disguise or like a projection of a mask or something
this
like
is-
that. But
This
it's
is
not
Kava
a physical
Atora.
one.
This is Kava Atora.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's carrying a cataglass staff with an osprey, a stylized osprey, which is like a fish hawk.
Huh.
Wait, so she's carrying a stylized fish?
No, she's carrying a.
Well, the staff.
Oh, right, staff. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
That is a.
Very unique.
That's a marvelous item you have there.
Ah, yes. Some people call it Dawn Piercer.
What are you speaking? What language?
Cholu.
Cholu.
She's been speaking Cholu.
I can't hear nothing then.
Don Piercer.
Mm-hmm.
That is quite unique.
Yes.
For some of my companions do not know the tongue of Chaluk'Sen, and so if you don't mind, I will translate into wood. And so in wood, I'll go ahead and tell you guys.
If you and when you say translate to wood, she'll say, "Oh, no need," and she will start to speak in wood.
Okay, then as she speaks in wood, I'll translate it for Vandra in Dwarven.
And so when she does that, she'll look at you a little, and then she will look at the rest of the party and say, "This one does not speak wood."
No, he does not.
No.
Unfortunately, he is not that learned.
He's a little delayed.
I see. Well, there is always one. And so.
And then Vandra's just
Alright.
looking at everybody like, what?
Yep, just confused. Vandra's just looking around. I don't know what they're talking about. Probably not me. Okay. Yeah. So she'll say, all right. well, let's get started. And when she says that, while you guys do hear it, it's almost as if it's not for you, because as that happens, the green cloaked figure behind, just in a deeper voice, goes, Kayatachi, it'll be my honor. And she will go, awesome. Why don't you go prepare as I prepare them, and then the cloaked figure will say, yes, Kayatachi. And so, as that's going on, with your roles, Bloodstar and Matatopa, you guys would know that Kayatachi is like elder sister or like matron or something like that he keeps saying to
He's calling her the
Seva
Kayatachi.
Tora.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So.
So then, go ahead.
I was going to say Matatopa would know she at least has one granddaughter.
There you go.
All right.
So
the Kayatachi, it's a term that the Cholulans use for a woman with at least one granddaughter, and it means matron or elder sister.
Yeah. Got it.
Mm-hmm. And so the green cloaked figure will just exit to a different room, and she will say, all right, well, I guess I will prepare you. It should be fairly quick and fairly simple, so there's no need to worry. We just want to make sure that we are not spreading the plague to our people. And so, also, I have been researching a bit of the plague, and I was wondering if you guys, hold on one second. Okay, sorry.
Just like pause.
Distracting me. It was distracting me. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yes. Okay. So also, yes, I've been researching the plague, and I was wondering if you guys were willing to let me keep a sample of what I may take from you today.
Say it again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear
that. I would like to keep a sample of what I may take from you today.
Oh.
What are you trying to?
I'm sorry?
With all due respect, what may you be taking from us?
Oh, that's, just a little bit of blood.
Ah, I see. Very well. You make it.
Wait. What would you be doing with the blood?
I'm just researching it. There's no cause for alarm. I'm just looking into the plague, possibly trying to see if there's a cure. Right now, we just have a way to test.
In wood, I'm going to say to Stitch, shamans of Chaluk'Sen often work in magic and blood. Okay. So it is not uncommon for them to require that.
Okay, thank you. So I will agree to it, yes.
Great. And then she will say, well, that's great. Then we shall get this underway. And as soon as she says that, while you guys are in your seats, vines will come from the seat and strap onto your arms.
Whoa!
And like legs, and you guys are like tied into your seat.
Be strong. Be strong.
Is this necessary?
Yes, as some people they scream and they squirm, and we can't have any of that.
I see.
Okay, if you say so.
Awesome. So as as she says that, and you guys are like, the green cloaked figure will come back into the room, just holding like a tray, and it has a bunch of different vials, and the vials are different colors. There's like a row of vials that are just yellow. There's a row that's blue, purple, green. And so as he sits the tray down to a table that is now next to Seva Atora, she will grab one vial and go, so who's first?
I'll raise my hand.
I will. Well, all right. Let's roll impulse to see who goes first then.
Okay.
I guess.
Well, I mean between Matatopa and Belac, because we were both trying to do it.
Right.
I rolled as high as I could get. Natural 12, 26.
Same.
Okay.
20?
Oh, aggression factor.
No, it's not the same number. I got a 28, but I got a nat 12.
Yeah.
Actually, is it nighttime?
No,
It is not.
Yeah, so
All
I'll
right.
just raise my hand and say I'll go first.
Well, you can't raise your hand, but you can say you'll go first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you're strapped down, loser.
We're all strapped. What are you?
Yeah, but he's strapped down and he's going first.
And she will say, all right, this should be painless. And then she'll say, I'll ask that you not resist. And then she will go, she will say something. She will pull out a knife that looks really well made, and like it has like a design sort of inside the blade part of the knife. And then it also is not like the blade isn't shaped normally. It's got a deep curve, almost as that like it almost makes a full circle for the whole edge to be like a circular knife, but it doesn't quite complete like the circle. She pulls that out. And so she will go, I'll ask that you not resist. And this should be painless. So we'll cut your arm just like a little bit. Blood will start to run from like this part of your arm, and it'll start to go down. But as that happens, let me see. Okay, so as that happens, she starts to like manipulate the blood and pour it into one of the vials that has yellow stuff in it. So she's like magically sort of putting the blood into the vial.
So she's not touching it with her hands?
Yeah, she's not touching it.
Okay.
I just say, that's cool.
And then she will bring out a blue vial and say, this is just for research purposes. And so she'll put blood into that vial, and then her knife will glow purple, and you'll see your blood sort of like, if the design is an indent, your blood will run along the design. So now your blood is kind of like the
That's really cool.
But it does not drip at all. It just follows it perfectly, even when it's complete. So then she will go, all right. And now, time to, and as soon as she says time to, you will see the vial that is yellow, like start bubbling and fizzing, and then it'll turn brown, and then it'll like turn yellow again, and then it'll fizz some more. So it looks sort of like baking soda and vinegar, like if you ever seen like that kind of volcano, but it's in the inside of the vial.
Wow.
And she's like, get me another vial, quickly. And before the green cloaked figure can respond, that vial bursts that she had with the yellow liquid. And so as she does that, she's like, this is new. Well, let me see. And so she'll go to the blue vial of your blood that she took from you, and she'll look at it, and she'll shake it a little bit, and it doesn't seem to have any reaction. And she'll be like, that's weird. So she'll take an empty vial. Go ahead.
Matatopa's going to open up to the spirit world to see if we're under some kind of attack or anything from the spirits.
Okay.
21.
Okay. So with that, you notice that there's an abnormal amount of spirits, like a spiritual presence, in this sort of room area. They sort of seem to be interested in the green cloaked figure a lot. And they also are looking at what's going on with Bloodstar and Seva. But they don't seem alarmed. They just seem very intrigued.
Then I too am going to try to focus on the green cloaked guy and see, I guess, insight to see if I can sort of pierce the shadows. You said it was in a cloak or something like that? Dang it, I'm rolling super low, 20.
20? Yeah, so it's just a very, very shadowy figure. But you will see a hint of, like, a glimpse of what you would think is, like, eyes or an eye, as they were moving frantically to go get another vial.
Okay.
But that's all you would see, just a quick, yeah.
All right.
So as that's happening, she will get an empty vial and place blood from Bloodstar in an empty vial. She'll say, let's try this again. So she'll grab another yellow vial, like the one with yellow liquid. But this time she won't take from your blood. She'll take her knife and she will put the edge of the blade, and the blood that was on the design of the blade will pour into the vial. And this time, when she closes it, it starts to fizz up again, but then it turns brown, and then it turns yellow, and then it turns clear. She goes, interesting. And so then you'll see her actually roll insight to see what she does. Everyone. Who wants to know?
I got a 24.
Okay.
24.
I got a 23. Okay.
30.
Yeah, and she... Oh, go ahead. You got 30?
7.
Jeez. Okay. All right. 21 and higher. You'll see that she is like doing something. It looks like she's, I don't know, using her nails or something to carve something into the vial or something. You're not quite sure. But with the 37, you will notice that she's not actually using her nail. It looks like she's pricked her finger and she's actually writing like in some sort of language on the vial. And it's like, that's just what you notice.
Can I try and read the language because I have literate?
Yeah, you can try to read it. What languages do you know?
Half, worm, prime, wood, wave, and dwarven.
Okay, yeah. So this is not in a language that you would know. But yeah. But roll learning.
13.
Okay. Your experience with things of this nature, would you have two guesses? This is either some sort of rune or it's some sort of label. You're not sure.
Okay.
With that, so there's that. And then she will tell the cloaked figure to take these to my quarters, and the cloaked figure will grab the 3 vials and hurry away with it. And she will go, "That was very interesting. Blood moon, is it? Blood
Bloodstar.
something. Blood star. I see. Yes. Very interesting." And then
Kaba Atora.
she will go to Matatopa.
Kaba Atora. What did you notice? I felt there were a lot of spirits around. Were they interfering with you somehow?
And she will say to you, there was interference, but I don't think it was from the spirits. I'm not quite sure, but it does interest me. So I have to look into that a bit more.
Huh. Very well.
And as she says this as she cuts your wrist. Inside that. And so this time she pulls out another yellow vial, and she does the same thing as the blood star, where she magically moves the blood into the vial. And then when she does that, she shakes it, and it goes yellow, then brown, and then back to yellow.
No fizzing, or anything?
No fizzing or nothing.
Huh.
So
Okay.
then she looks at that. She goes, "All right." And she doesn't write on that one, but she does take another blue vial to collect your blood, and she writes on that one.
I would like to go after my father, Lady Atora, if that is fine with you.
Yeah, that's fine. So she will come up to you, and she will cut just the same part of your wrist and everything. And now what the three of you...
wait, my cesti would be on. She would... Could I, like, try and take it off or, like, move it off or just have her cut above it?
Oh, if your cesti are on, then she would say, well, this will be a problem. I could go higher if you'd like.
I'm fine with you going higher.
Okay, it just might be a little bit more painful.
I'll
so
be
then
fine.
she... so go ahead and roll me mental fortitude.
Oh, mental fortitude? I've been working on this one,
Yeah.
baby. Okay, all right. So that's 22.
Okay. So while there was a brief, like, sense of, like, alarm when she goes, it might be a little bit more painful, you were like, it's fine, whatever. I've been in battle, you know?
Yeah.
So you're like, whatever. And then go ahead and just roll me endurance. As she goes up to this part of your arm, like right at your bicep.
Oh, she's going to the bicep. Okay, that's cool. That would be 21.
Okay. Yeah, so you just, whatever, you don't even make a noise. Like, she just cuts in, you're like, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? And then she just does the same thing with the blood, though, and that she will magically move it into both vials.
Mm.
Right.
And so
Wait.
she will shake. Go ahead.
was that technically a stab or like a slice motion that she was using to get the blood out?
It was a slice.
Okay, all right. Because if it was a stab, I wouldn't have even felt it.
Well, there you go. But no, it was a slice.
All right, sick.
But yeah. So she'll put that in the yellow vial. So she'll look at it. Okay. Shake it up. And then the blood will mix into the yellow solution. And then it'll all be yellow, turn brown, and then back to yellow again. And it'll be like, oh, okay. And so she'll sit that next to the other vials, and then she'll open her blue vial and collect some blood through there. And then she'll write on that, set that next to her other blue vials. And then she will go, so who would like to be next? And Vandra would be like, well, since my brother in the triad can tough it out, I too can tough it out. And so she would say, so you would like me to cut you higher? And Vandra would be like, yes, of course.
Am I sitting where I can like look at Vandra?
Yeah.
I'll smile and like wink at him.
Yeah. So she'll be like, yeah, we can do this. So Vandra will have to roll mental fortitude, which he got an 18. So as she starts approaching him, that knife starts looking a little bit scarier when it was on you. Vandra's a little like, I don't know, that's weird. I've never seen a knife like that. What are you cutting with that? And so as she comes over, he's a little shaky, but he's like, no, I got it. And then he will, let's see, roll for endurance. Oh, fantastic. Endurance was a 24. So when he just he sort of made it larger than what it had to be. When she finally gets down to cutting him, he's like, oh, that's what I was scared. Okay. But you will notice, Kaliff, since you were looking, that before she had cut Vandra, there was some sweat. You sweat a little bit. Yeah.
Afterwards, I'll wink at him
and so
with the other eye, and then I'll like give him a thumbs up if I can through the vines.
Yeah, I mean you can do that. All those who have she's vialed their blood, the vines have gone away.
Oh,
so
okay.
You guys are now free to move.
Oh, okay. So I'm up next.
Yeah. So hold on. So she's funneling the blood through the vials, shaking it up. It goes yellow. It starts to bubble, turns brown, then turns yellow again. And then she's like, okay. And then she'll collect the blood in the blue vial and put that away. So then Stitch, so as she comes towards you and she goes, interesting. And so she will ask you, would you care to be, would you like the same treatment as them, or would you like me to just?
Same treatment.
Same treatment. Oh, okay. So go ahead and roll me mental fortitude.
Are you sure about that, Stitch? It was quite painless the way she did me.
Friend. Yeah.
I got a 24.
Okay. All right. So Stitch is not scared. He's fearless. He's like, I'm Angel Friend. Y'all know who it is. Renown.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So he comes through. Go ahead and roll endurance for me.
16.
Okay. So you are confident, but pride cometh before the fall. So you're like, dude, I got this. if Kaliff and Vandra can do it, whatever. And she barely starts to make an incision, and you kind of yelp like 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 some like high pitched like
Oh.
yeah. Roll, you know what? Roll performance for me.
No.
23.
23. Okay,
Yeah.
and then we'll all have to roll insight, and I'll roll for them too.
I'll go
Okay.
ahead and roll. insight.
21. No,
I know.
22.
Yeah.
28.
So, with the
Uh-oh.
28, bud.
Say that again.
Oh, did someone say 28?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. All right. Cool. So with the 28 and higher, you guys, well, above the 23, you'll know that Stitch is just trying to save face. But with the 28 and higher, you will notice that Seva is trying to hold back laughter as she's cutting into Stitch. And then she'll do the same thing. She'll go to the vial. This time, it'll go yellow, then it'll go blue, and then back to yellow. She goes, oh, okay. And then she will go to the other halfling, Reaper.
I got a giant bottle of ranch.
Yes, that is amazing.
It
So
contains
Reaper.
130 calories.
Uh-oh.
Wait, where is Reaper?
Reaper gone?
Did he
here.
die? Oh,
Well,
you're good.
Rastilian said, I'll take his EP.
Hiding EP.
You said you would kill my family. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, all right. So, she'll go up to Reaper and she'll go, would you like me to proceed in the same manner?
No, just keep it simple.
All right. Sometimes simplicity is also the smartest solution.
I agree.
And then she will go ahead and she will cut your wrist, like the outside wrist, like she had done to Bloodstar and Matatopa. And she will start to funnel the blood. But in the same way that she did with Bloodstar and Matatopa, her knife will, in the design, start to collect your blood so that, your blood takes on the shape of the design as well. But then she will shake the yellow vial with your blood, and it'll go brown, then clear, and then yellow again. And then she'll set that down, and then she'll collect it into the blue vial. And then once you roll insight, Reaper.
Hey, 42.
Awesome. Okay. So you will notice that she took in the blue vial, she put blood in there, but it wasn't quite filled all the way up. And so as she was walking away, she starts to empty the blood, her knife, from you into the vial, and then sit there, does something on the vial, and then sets that with the rest. And she will go, all right. Well, it seems to me that you guys are okay, at least mostly.
Lady, might I ask you a question, if you are okay with that?
Oh, sure. What is, like, yeah. What's up?
What have you been writing on these vials of blood you've been borrowing from us?
Oh, I'm just labeling them. I want to, keep them organized. I don't want to misplace them or not know whose blood it is.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to ask if you knew our names. since
No,
you've been.
I basically wrote down the species. So I have elon, and then I have elon. I have halfling and other halfling. I have dragonkin. I have what seems to be a vlel, and then I have sorry, I'm blanking. What seems to be a vlel, and then Stitch would come in. Hopefully.
Yes.
Yes, he is a blow.
Yes. I nodded my head. You didn't see me. I nodded correctly.
Okay. And then yeah, that's what I have.
Thank you.
So I marked them by species.
All right. Thank you so much for your kind and respectful answer.
Oh yeah, no problem. And then Vandra will say, "Dude, that was weird. What's going on? How come like different stuff was happening in the vials?" And she will say, "For the most part, that was normal." She will say, "Come, we can talk about this over some food. You guys have actually lost a decent amount of blood, and so we do need to replenish the iron and different vitamins that you guys have lost through this."
Out of game. I already got food.
Yes, we see this out of game.
Yes.
She'll say, we will talk about this as we go and get food. So as that happens, the green cloak will show up, and he will collect the vials that are on the trays. He has a separate empty tray, so he'll collect the vials that she had used just then on the empty tray, and then he'll grab the tray that had vials on it previously, and he'll take them elsewhere. And then as that's happening, Maritopa, you're still open to the spirits, so you'll see them kind of hopping around and sort of buzzing around the green cloak, and then also around the vials. And so Vandra will ask, so why do they have different why different things happen? And she's like, well, a lot of different there are many different creatures and not humanoids, but sentient beings in our world, and with that there also comes many different blood types. So it's very common that they don't all react the same. And Vandra's like, oh, okay. Yeah, because I was getting into a little bit of bloodletting myself, I was starting to learn a little bit just because a friend of mine, he was in it before he passed away. And she'll say, yes, yeah, that is a shame. I am sorry for your loss. But yeah, that's basically what that boils down to. Why don't we eat?
I will definitely say yes to that.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
I'm gonna ask her who's in the green cloak, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even introduce him. Oxige. And then the green cloak will turn around carrying the two green trays, and he'll say, yes, Kayaachi. And she'll say, we've had visitors and we did not even introduce you properly. And Oxige will say, oh, I'm sorry. I was just so focused on gathering the materials and stuff. And she'll say, come eat. We can put these away later. So Oxige will put the...
My apologies, ma'am. How do you spell his name?
Yeah, I got you. So he'll put the trays down, and then his name is Oxyge.
Oxyge?
Yeah.
Oxyge. Okay. All right. I see.
And so he will come up and he will formally introduce himself. I am Oxyge Vienna. That'll be Viena. That's his last name. I am Siege Vienna. I'm so terribly sorry for being so rude. I was so very focused with everything that's been going on here. I just really want to make sure that we find solutions as quickly as possible and as effectively and efficiently as possible.
It's very fun. It's nice to see that it's
Oh no, the plague!
No, it's very nice to see that Nazcatek's finest is working. Sorry, there's a piece of pizza like back in my throat.
Oh man, jeez, that's hardcore. Okay.
No, it's very nice to see Nazcatek's finest working on a cure for such an awful plague.
And he will say, well, yes, it is very nice seeing the lady at work. And then he will also, oh no, Bloodstar and Matatopa need to roll learning.
Oh.
I'm so mad I'm not included in these rolls because I'm
Let's see, 4. That is
25. No.
Learning.
15.
Yeah, 15.
Hey.
Would it be knowledge for Belac?
Okay. Actually, yeah, Belac, you can do knowledge.
19.
Okay. All right. So Matatopa, you're like glows. He glows. And Belac, you're like, oh, Oxide Vienna, the glowing heart. How very fitting. Of one in this line of work.
Interesting.
Yep. And so he will look at he'll just look at Wahuru. He will bow, and he will say, yeah, it was nice to meet you. If you'll excuse me, I will be working.
Before he moves away, can I roll insight to see past his cloak? I want to see what race he is.
Yeah, Matatopa already tried that. Maybe you'll do better.
Heck yeah.
I mean, you can try again now that you're closer.
Oh, okay.
20... Wait. Oh, it fell off the freaking table.
25.
Bro, you're kidding me. Oh my, this.
You have to put it inside of the thing.
Yeah, no, it fell into the thing. It kept jumping out. 26.
Okay. So two of you just see, oddly enough, you feel like you did get a good glimpse at him, but for some reason, it's still just like a very shadowy figure. And you see like just like glowing eyes through the shadowy figure, just a hint of those. And you'll notice that his green cloak has a design of a river on it. You, Kaliff, and Matatopa, Kaliff, and Bloodstar can roll knowledge.
Roll knowledge? Got it.
Yeah. And then
14.
Oh man.
11.
Okay.
What'd you roll, Belac?
12.
Okay. So you guys know it's a river. And yeah, so he's got a design of a river on on the cloak.
Wait, could it be the river that we talked about during the while we were on the boat, the Andorra River?
That was a good guess. But the design doesn't quite look like if it were, it doesn't look like the part that we were traveling. So you wouldn't
All right, that's
you
fair.
wouldn't necessarily know if it were that river.
Hmm.
You're
Alright,
trying to
okay.
recall. But yeah, so he has that. And the way that the design goes, it's as if the cloak, if it were like a flat sheet, that's how the design goes. So part of the river like goes like from his back and like through the hood, and then some of it goes through like the part in the front of the cloak. So like it
wow.
splits in between that, but it's a full river, almost as if you were to open it completely, it would be the showing of that river. And then when he says, I will have to go do work, he will go take the trays. And while where he's going isn't extremely well lit, as soon as like he takes the trays, it for some reason seems darker and more shadowy. And then he
where he's
exits.
taking them, or like when he grabs them.
When he grabs them, it seems
Huh.
a little darker and more shadowy. And then as he leaves, and Seva will say, "I'm sorry about that one. He's got a good heart, but he's not really one for being social. He's definitely a man of work, really strong work ethic, but not really great in terms of making friends."
That is no bother. What, pray tell, are we eating?
Well, we have some Chaluk'Sen delicacies, and she will try to fight back a smile because the spread is very plain. Think hospital food. So, like, yeah, you have some options, but it's not like you're at a restaurant or, something like that.
Actually, I was at a hospital once. The food there was great.
Yeah, well, this
You've only been at a
is
hospital
not a
one
restaurant.
time.
But yeah, so
Come on, bro. Best cuisine ever.
yeah, so she will so she'll have the spread or whatever at the table that is still made of earth. Everything's made of earth, and then like the chairs in the other room are made of earth to fit us again around this table. And then she will commission a few other people just to get the food and drinks prepared for us. And she will even sit down with us and talk, just talk to us for a bit. And then she'll say, I must get back. Please excuse me, but I have to get back to work.
Okay.
Thank you for the meal. Appreciate it.
She will say, anytime. I appreciate the samples.
Does this mean that we are now immune from the disease?
We are not sure if you're immune. What I can say, though, is that it doesn't seem like you have it. So you should be cleared to enter the city. I will speak to Blanle and let her know. We'll update her on the information while you guys are eating.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for the meal. Monino
Not a
Salamu.
problem.
Thank you.
Yes. Manina Salamu.
My apologies. It's Zulu. It's peace and greetings, but it can also be used as a farewell.
Oh, okay. Peace and greetings. And then let me see. Wow. Okay. So she rolled a natural 12 for her performance roll. So when she tries to mimic back what you say, you hear it in your voice, like coming from her mouth.
Wait, what?
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
then
look a little, scared at that. Not scared, but maybe like.
yeah. So you'll hear it in your voice, and then she will leave.
Wow.
And then Vandra's gonna be like, what in the world? What is going on?
Right.
Old voice right out of my throat.
Right.
Strange.
Yeah. And then Vandra's gonna go to Bloodstar, and he's gonna be like, so you really think you just went to sleep? Like, you really don't think anything else happened?
No, I went to sleep.
I'm sorry, mate. You were on the
crazy.
carpet because you were getting a little exhausted, and Stitch was about to help on when you passed out.
Yeah. He was gone.
Yeah, then you started like boils popping up on your flesh, real bad burns. You look
Screaming in
sick.
pain, everything.
Like they're gone now, but like when you fell asleep, you had some bad markings all over your body.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You feel
Go
fine.
ahead and roll your mental fortitude, and Kaliff, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to like jog his memory? Are you trying to persuade him?
I'm
Are you
trying
to?
I guess what I'm trying to do is just like say to him, you might not remember it, but we saw it. Like it did happen. So I guess I'm gonna be trying to persuade him.
Persuade him.
Okay, go ahead and roll your persuasion then.
All right,
You have to
it's
do
a
is
good
beat
thing
13.
my persuasion is a large, whopping number.
Okay.
Oh, I got an 11 though. Persuasion. I just saw it. Okay, that would be 19.
Dang. Yeah, I got persuade.
Oh wow. So while you don't have any like recollection of what Stitch, Vandra, and Kaliff are saying to you now, you keep hearing it from multiple members of the party, just like over the course of the days or like the hours that we have been here. That you're like, I don't think they would make it up, but I'm pretty sure I went to sleep. But I maybe something. You're starting to feel a little shaky. At first, you were certain that I went to sleep. Don't even. You guys are stressing out over nothing. But now you're like everyone's saying it. You think back to Belanle, cutting in an interjection. You're like, okay, I don't know, but yeah, they all can't be lying.
Yeah, okay. Maybe something did happen when I was asleep. But, I mean, I'm fine now, so.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're doing better now, and that's all we're worried about. We're just saying you scared us back there, and we wanted to make sure you were feeling all right now.
Yeah, dude, you were screaming. I was like, what in the world?
I feel great
and
now. I'm well rested after that long rest. It was great.
I'm glad you feel better now.
I'm going to roll insight to see if Chaho seems to be treating him any differently. Like if she's responding. And 25.
Okay. So you'll see Chaho is sort of doing her thing. She doesn't seem to be treating him too differently, but you will notice that for a bit she had given him like she wasn't actively avoiding him, but she definitely was keeping a distance.
Okay, all right.
So I rolled a 30 for spirit sensitivity on Belac.
Okay. So yeah, around Belac, you'll see different kinds of spirits. Nothing malicious. All stemming from like kindness to intrigue to just different things like that. The spirits seem a bit interested in him, a little bit, but they also just seem kind of interested in a little bit of everything. So
Yeah.
while you notice that they're kind of like what is going on here a little bit more than everything else. They still kind of seem to just
Yeah, no, it's just the interest, it's just the energy about everything, that falls
Yeah.
on, Okay.
Yeah. But you
Wait.
will notice that.
Okay.
Got it.
Anyone else want to do anything?
Yeah, so I just want to say a prayer of thanksgiving to my goddess for the healing of my friend Bloodstar.
Oh.
Sorry, what is the
You
name
said
of
a
that
prayer.
goddess again?
You said a prayer of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Okay. Roll learning.
Learning, I have 12.
Total?
Yeah.
So didn't you have to roll religious attunement as well?
Hold on. No,
Depends on what
because
he's doing.
this is something for learning. When you were thinking about doing that prayer of Thanksgiving, you felt good because a lot of the time, thinking back, your prayers were always a request.
Mm.
So it felt like a step in the right direction.
Ah,
Give a prayer of thanks.
nice.
Nice. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
nice.
what?
Good job. So I was gonna check on Chaha'o and see if they fed her, like if they gave her food.
And Chao, I mean, she's not chilling. Like, she's got, her spread is probably bigger than ours, and it's really protein heavy. And it's also kind of raw. Like, it's not completely raw because they wouldn't just leave that to have blood all over the floor. But, like, in the same way that steak can be rare, yeah, her food is kind of that.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna eat, that's it.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
cool. So while we're eating, Vandra's gonna say, whew, geez, I thought we were in some real danger back there, man. I tried my best to be on my best behavior, dude.
You
My
did
gosh.
well.
And
You did well.
he was referring to when Belac was showing symptoms and the guard. So he was like, oh my gosh. But good thing we made it out of there okay. But now we're back. Now we're cleared to go in the town, Bloodstar. So we'll get to see your dad, right?
Yeah. I'm really excited.
You sound very excited about that,
Yeah.
Bloodstar.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, right? He's like, I guess. Yeah. So I guess Vandra's super excited to meet your dad. But that's fine. And then we and the Bonlay will enter the area that we are in. And now, while the TP doesn't have sections like this is a cafeteria, whatever, for keeping track where we are.
Hold on, you're breaking up.
Yeah, you're cutting out real bad.
Oh man, not again.
It's all right, guys. In a couple weeks, we'll be back to streaming live.
Yeah, crystal clear. Like I could hear
Yeah.
every quake in your voice when you said that.
I was so very sad. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I was for the sake of keeping track of where we are, I'll call it the dining room or the dining hall or whatever, but that's
Okay.
not what the room is for. So Belanle will enter the dining room and she'll be like, I see. So it seems that you are cleared to enter the city. We have some Najlan had some people that needed to meet you in Nazcatek. So whenever you're finished, I can take you.
Are we? How long did this all take? Is it sort of getting later into the evening?
Yeah,
Or yes.
yeah. I think supper time.
Okay. Would it be possible for us to make camp outside of the walls, or is there perhaps somewhere inside an inn or something we could purchase a room at?
Belac will say, while you can make camp outside of the walls, just like free camp, you'll have to go through this process again tomorrow, which is fine if you guys don't mind going through it again.
No.
Well, let's go in.
And she said, or I will speak to Seva and see if we can get you into one of these teepees to stay the night. That way we can monitor and keep watch and sort of minimize the variables
Okay. All right.
that you come in contact with.
That would be fine.
Yes.
All right. So we're finishing up eating, and Belac will leave, and Oxige will come back and say, well, I have been commissioned to take you to your quarters.
Thank you.
Very well.
All righty. And so we will leave that teepee. And like I said, when we were outside, it's not like there's a lot of teepees to like make like a separate sort of hub or whatever outside, but there are sparse teepees here and there that we can see. And so we'll go maybe like a half a mile and pass like 5, and then we'll come up to one, and Oxige will go, and here you are.
Oxige, thank you for your kindness. Do we owe you anything for the service that you have already provided with the healing?
I am not the one who is owed. Seva was the one who helped you. I just like watching her work and learning from that. But he will say, I appreciate the willingness to serve, referring to allowing them to keep your blood. I appreciate the willingness to serve because it is very important to me that we find a way to combat and cure the plague.
Yes, I can understand that.
How we can help out?
Yeah, and then he will respectfully bow, and then Vandra will say, "Yes, thanks, dude. Thanks, bro." And then he will head back in the
Before he
direction that.
finishes like leaving, I'm gonna like stop him and just say, thank you for aiding in the fight against the plague.
Oh, my pleasure. He'll say my pleasure. Roll insight.
22.
Okay. With that, this is one of the few times that he sort of breaks his very, I guess, it's not stoic. He's very like business-y. He's pretty diplomatic for the most part. When he says my pleasure, it sort of breaks that persona for a brief moment, almost as if there's something bigger that like, you know, he's just like, yes, I definitely am excited to find this cure. And then he's back to himself.
Huxage, do you guys have any idea of the origins of this? I mean, from what we've heard, it just seems to have something that just came on all of a sudden.
Well, we have some. We're not necessarily sure. We have some working theories, some working things, but we can talk about that tomorrow. It is imperative that you go to sleep before nightfall, as it is a lot harder for us to keep track of you during the nighttime, as we'll also be sleeping.
Very well.
Thank you again.
Alrighty. And so, yeah, no problem. And he will head on back, just straight lace, straight walk back to where we came from. And then we will go in, and the same thing, the door and the TP. The vines are a different color, but they do the same thing, as they're almost like automatic, but they're not when they open up. And we go in, and as soon as we walk in, we just see a TP similar to Seva's, but like it's not the shelves and the vials and stuff. It's just the earth, and then the walls, and then it's got a couple of rooms.
Okay.
And that's all that's in there. So Vandra's gonna be like, I don't know where we sleep, but I guess we'll sleep on the floor. And as soon as Vandra says sleep, a bed will appear in the room.
Wow.
That is the size for Vandra, made out of earth. And Vandra's like, oh man, not another one of these hard things again. Oh my gosh. But as he sits down onto it, you'll notice that it actually cushions, as if like the mud and dirt made sort of a cushion, so the bed was more comfortable.
I'm gonna say sleep also.
I want to watch you guys and see how that works out. Then I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay. So yeah, and out of game, actually no, in game. Roll insight.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm gonna say seat.
29.
31.
39.
26.
25.
Okay. You guys will notice, like, as we were walking into the teepee, the vines, I'm sorry, the vines, not the veins, the vines that are at the door, they actually had designs in them. They seem to be like rooms. So when we walk in, I mean, there's some magical things going on. Out of game, what that means is you just really have to think about it, and that stuff will start going. You don't have to say it, but you're like, oh, I want to go to bed. It's just happened that Vandra was saying what he was thinking at that moment.
Oh, so you gotta think and it happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm thinking of a big bed.
Okay. So go ahead and actually roll me magic resistance.
Dang it. No. Where'd my D12 go? Ew.
Okay.
Anthony, do you want to borrow mine?
No, I found it.
Okay.
Okay. I see what I want to do here.
I got a 32.
32 for magic resistance? Okay, so when you think of a big bed, a bed that's your size pops up, and it starts to grow a little bit, but it's not big. It's just big to you. So it's like an average size bed. You couldn't make it like the size of the Elon, but
All right.
Yeah.
So can I think of like I want to think of a mat on the ground, or like something soft closer to the ground that I can sit
Okay. So what are you thinking?
on. I'm just thinking of like maybe grass could grow on the ground or something I could sit on just to like cushion where I'm sitting. My idea is I'm trying to like get a
Okay.
spot to meditate and open myself up to the spirits.
So like you will see that on the ground, a little stool, but it's not a stool. It's not a stool with like the 4 legs. It's got one singular leg that's just kind of bigger that supports it, and then the stool, like where the seat of it is, will have some grass, but it's not tall. It comes up maybe like a foot off of the ground.
Right. Okay. Sick. If it's normal sized for me, then I'm going to sit on it. Go
Yeah.
small sized, I'm gonna sit crisscross and then start opening myself up to the spirit realm, which would be a spirit sensitivity roll, right?
Yeah. So you do that, and as soon as you go small size, the stool is shrinks with you.
Ah, I see.
Manitoba laughs.
Okay. Well, in that case, Kaliff's gonna try and sit down, and then he's gonna get a little, scared. It's like when you sit on the toilet, but the seat is up, so you get like an extra inch of fall, and you like scare yourself.
So because you thought of toilet, now the seat is a
No,
little
that was
wet.
That was out of game.
It's starting to, there's like a bit of a stream inside the
Oh.
design of the stool.
That was out of game. Okay, whatever.
Oh man.
I'm just gonna. If the water wants to come at me, sure. Anyway, I'm meditating here. I'm
Okay.
doing my spirit sensitivity roll, and I'm not thinking about toilets.
That's funny.
Okay, 26.
Okay. Yeah, so you open yourself up to the spirits, and the water will stop.
Thank you.
And you you actually come up upon a falcon spirit, and it's really weird because you wouldn't see it indoors normally, but you do come upon the spirit of a falcon.
All right. Can I?
And it's just kind of chilling.
Okay. All right. Can I? Am I able to conversate with the falcon? I want to ask if it has any
Converse?
skills.
Yeah, you can
I wanna
converse with it if you want.
All right. Morning on Solomon. Greetings, falcon spirit.
And it'll just kind of like cock its head a little bit with the beak, look at you, cock its head a bit.
Okay, that's fair. I'll just watch him vibe while I'm, spirit sensitivity. Or wait, no. I'll ask him, might you have any interesting tales to impart upon me?
And so it'll just sort of like hop, like not hop, but like go towards you a little bit. It'll still do the head thing. It'll fly around you a little bit.
Right.
Land. It doesn't actually make any noise though.
Yeah.
But it'll do those things.
Okay.
It might land on you, and it doesn't hurt, even though it has its talons.
That's what I was gonna say. If it's hopping towards me, I was gonna like take my cesti off and like hold 2 fingers out for it.
Yeah, it'll land on you.
Okay, sick.
Manitoba is just going to walk around the perimeter of the tent,
Okay.
and I'm just sort of casually doing it, but I'm trying to scope out the lay of the land.
Okay.
And
So from the outside?
Yeah, I'm not veering far from the camp or the TP, but just sort of walking around.
And then Stitch is going to lay down, and then he's going to speak. Just really kind of mesmerized with the thought that, you know, he's learning more about his goddess and to acknowledge her often. So he's kind of thrilled by that thought.
Ah. All right.
Okay, so this seems like a good place to stop as everyone's settling down into their area. I have a few questions for CamFam, or no, not for CamFam, for Wahuru. CamFam gets to be a part of the questions. The first question, what do you think was going on with Najlan and like that situation when she was doing that?
I'm going. You can go ahead first, Davey.
Okay.
I will abstain.
I think one of his loved ones are infected by the disease.
Najlan is the girl.
Yeah, Najlan's the woman.
Oh,
P.
taking the veils, the whatever, right?
You're talking about Oxige.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Skip me.
All right. All right, Cam. So we'll go over to Anthony. You said you had an answer.
Right. Okay. So I think Najlan was. It casted a sort of cleansing, ritual on Belac, and he half expected it to work. And so when he was heading off, thinking that, Belac was still going to be injured, he kind of turned around like, wait, did that work? And then he had to do the double take, and then she.
Yeah, okay.
Diving the gender neutral Flora. So anyway, Nishan, sort of half expected it to work when she left off, turned around, took a double take, and was like, oh, that worked, interesting, and then kept moving forward.
Okay. Anyone else have any thoughts about what's going on, or what was going on?
I do.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that when she did the cleansing spell, she, like what Anthony was saying, she kind of expected it to work, but didn't at the same time. So I think when Belac was messing with his stuff, and he rolled before he passed out, I think that's what helped the spell work, and that's what allowed it to pass. That's why she was like, oh, it worked, cool, and then she kept going.
Okay.
Huh.
Sort of playing on what Davey said, but like different. I think that she like failed, or the spell failed, but then my brand saved me, like brought me back. Sort of.
All
Like,
right.
you know what I'm trying to say.
Any other ideas?
I think that they're a little. She's a little perplexed because I think she's not quite sure what to make of Bloodstar, and I think that even I can't pronounce it. The mother of the vein. What's
Oh, so I say Seva Torah,
Kava
but yeah.
Yeah.
huh?
Kava Torah.
Cavator, when they were doing it, she was looking at the blood and then exploded. I think something was going on with Bloodstar, and they all kind of not quite sure what exactly going on, and they're kind of like curious.
Okay. Let's see. Anthony, Daisy, I'll give you one. Mike and Caleb, I'll give you both two. You both kind of had some sprinkles of some stuff in in a decent direction.
Thank you.
And
The next, wait, go ahead.
yeah, I'm sorry, I've been pronouncing that wrong. It's Kava Atora. Sorry.
No, it's cool. I've been saying Seva, so.
Seva, Kava, okay. Something
Yeah.
like that. It's something like that. All right.
Yeah. So then we also have what do you, we'll talk about that since you guys are excited about that. What do you think is going on with Oxige Vienna?
You said what?
What do you think is going on with Oxige Vienna?
I think that his loved one is infected, or someone he cares about is infected, and with the disease, and he's trying to figure out how to do it. And he looks up to Cavatora because she kind of knows what she's doing for the most part, and he's hoping that she can figure out the answers that he needs.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
I think that he just enjoys working with like that kind of stuff a lot, so he just takes pleasure in it.
I would think that for him, it's personal, and almost like to me, especially again when he interacts with the Bloodstar, when he's saying my pleasure, almost like a true disciple. You know, somebody who truly believes in what he's doing and truly believes there's a cure, and he's part of like this greater, a greater cause, a greater purpose. But,
Any other thoughts or anything? And you can actually go for this, Dave.
Oh, okay. I've been all right.
I was muted. Could you guys not hear me?
No.
No, sorry.
Oh, I was trying to speak my truth the whole time, but people kept.
Go on, Anthony. Go on.
Sorry about that. Okay, so I think Kava Atora and Oxige Vienna, they were both in different parts of Chaluk'Sen when the plague hit. And so I think that they were brought together by request of like some sort of king or like a big leader. Hang on 1 second. Hey, I have a business stream going on. Can you guys
Yeah, that's why I had muted him earlier and I forgot to unmute when he got here.
unmute him. He's back.
I can't now. There we go. All right. There we go.
Sorry about that. Okay, I had to tell my friends to be quiet. So I think that Kava, Tora, and Oxige Vienna, they were in different parts of Chaluk'Sen when the plague hit, and some sort of leader asked them to come together, or, you know, they volunteered to help out with the plague because they were some sort of, you know, leader in some sort of science. Like Kava Tora, she was really good with the earth, you know, sort of spiritual shaman stuff, and Oxige Vienna was good with the shadow. And when they kind of came together, you know, maybe out of somebody, you know, they loved getting hurt by the plague or, you know, just being asked to. I think Oxige Vienna has like a crush on Kava Tora, which is why he acts all, you know, businessy, but he's like, oh yeah, it's fun to watch Kava work. And then he wants to be professional about it because somebody in his family might be hurt, but, you know, it's also, you know, nice for him to get to work with Kava.
Okay.
I think for him it's a big honor to work with the Anataha, and I think he is just thrilled to be learning from her, and also he's probably a good citizen of Chaluk'Sen and is concerned with what's going on and happy to do his part in trying to rectify the situation.
Okay. I liked where all of your heads were at. Some of you guys had answers that were a lot closer than you realized. But I'm going to give everyone a point for that.
All right.
So y'all get an EP.
Nice. Nice.
And then in sort of a closing before this. Who do you think was the strongest person we encountered on from this session?
Sorry, from what?
From this session?
Mm-hmm.
From this session.
Well, I mean, unless you change it, I think I know, but
Count
so I'm gonna be quiet.
Kava,
Yeah,
I guess.
I would say that too.
You know what?
Kaveva.
I think everybody's gonna guess Kava, and that's gonna be boring. I think it's gonna be Oxige Vienna.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll call that. I will wait. Who wants to do a roll? Who wants
I
to be
do.
the roll person?
I would love to roll. Let me roll, please. Am I muted? Okay, no.
No, you're not muted. But Davey did say it first.
Yeah, you're just a little slow.
Just a
Oh,
little bit.
don't be slow. I could rate. I
Davey.
want to rate you guys.
Yep. Davey, tonight we're just gonna do a D4. I can't be handing out EP left and right like that. Draining me dry of EP.
Right?
But yeah, we'll do a D4.
No, I rolled it, and okay, now we got a 1.
I rolled, and I
Okay.
could have gotten us a 3, but y'all chose Davey over me.
Oh wow! All right,
right.
and with that, Cam Fam, you've seen another installment of EverMore with EverLore. Be sure to check out our social media at EverLore Game. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at EverLore Game. Check out our site, ManChildLTD.com, and our YouTube channel, ManChild LTD. Again, big shout out to Nicholas Cardarelli for just partnering and teaming up with us for that giveaway that we just had. And congrats again to the winners. Thank you again. And be sure to tell your friends. And no matter who you are, this game's for you. See you later, Cam Fam.
See you, Cam Fam.
Fam. Take care.
Shamalam, man, bam, blam, kabam, blam.
And we're